It's actually my truck, I bought one, says. But it's got. Like it's the shit that people actually want.
Yeah.
But they were all stock service doors. And
Right.
It's clean.
Yeah. But I can technically order the one I got. I was gonna get no rubber, but the carpet was in the XLT, I got four this time.
Yeah, it's actually probably more for rubber.
I think it was, if you wanted to, I think if you wanted the rubber, you could do it, carpet delete, but it costs money. It's a lot of money.
She'll do, yeah, sometimes.
I can't believe they don't want them.
What do you think?
You think so? I mean, anybody who ever was struggling for what it was trying to do.
Tim, are we on?
No.
It's 4 o'clock. Meeting needs to call to order. Norm can't be here tonight. Yeah, he's got, he said, I have to leave at about 4:30, so Ms. Shannon will be taking it over from there.
I'll gavel at the end, right?
Yeah, you get to do that. So we'll go through the roll call. Dave Jorgensen here, Bob Laraway,
Here.
Frank Peavy,
Here.
Carol Shannon,
Here.
John Daffenbach here, Norm Burmeister, excused. Bill Keelan here. And Todd Buchanan here. Pete Ambrosio. Here, excused. I don't know. Did he call or anything?
Pete is still on vacation.
In Carolinas.
Yep.
And Tracy Nelson.
Yeah.
Christine Bellin was not here. Have a copy of the minutes. Anything to discuss? If not, the chair will entertain motion to accept the minutes.
I'll make motion.
Motion made. Motion made by Buchanan, seconded by Offenbach. Any discussion? Seeing none, all in favor, aye. All opposed, say no. Motion carries, minutes are approved. Financial report,
No change from the last meeting.
same financial report. Okay, that's quick. Public comments and questions submitted before the meeting.
None.
Any comments or? Well, no, we don't do that in this one, do we? We do it towards the end.
Whatever you want.
Okay. Birch Bay Bid Company is why we're here today. Appears that we have a bunch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Is that expecting? Okay. McGurk Sand and Gravel. They are blue present. Yeah, oh yeah. Okay. That way, I gotta get this way. Yeah. Okay, there, do I announce the cost of the bid now? It's, $398,810. Second bid. Joint Lake Restoration. No, no. The Isabella Corporation, I guess it is. The cost. $475,000.
This scope of this is just for the project we have, and it's for.
Correct. This is just for Birch Bay. Next one is Malley Construction. Malley Construction is $204,444. Hardcrete Incorporated. Is $215,000.
Packages.
But this is Michael's Construction Company. Pardon me? Brownsville, Wisconsin. This looks like a suction grate. I think. At least that's what they have on the cover. See the price. Okay. Got all kinds of jobs that they've done and all their prices. But I don't see one for this job. They did one in Florida for 500,000.
Let me see if I can page it out. Yeah, you guys, that's ones you looked at. Wait.
These two. Here it is. $775,000. This is for everybody.
If they're gonna do that on the federal project, I hate to see it do it.
From a letter.
See that one, so. See.
Saturday. Three copies. That's, thank you.
$252,500.
252? 252.
That's hydraulic too, right?
That's hydraulic.
That's 000 at the end of 252.
Yeah. No, 252, 500.
Yeah.
Okay. Making sure. Seems like the larger ones.
George, did Saban say how they were presenting?
Looks,
They did not.
looks like.
He knows that we do drawdowns, so
Mhm.
I couldn't guess that it's mechanical. Hydraulics is quick to do. Well, he would probably sub it out.
That's all the hydraulic equipment.
Yeah.
He's doing Claire right now.
It shows the hydraulic on the front, that it doesn't say hydraulic yet. I'm sure it's in here.
I think that's what I'm doing to get this spring. Well, we gotta pump it someplace. That's a big.
Yeah, that one, we're gonna have to look at some details on where the pumping.
Oh, right, yeah, okay. This is dredging, I mean hydraulic.
Oh,
Can they go in that, under that culvert and back to the park like we talked about? Well, Tim and I talked about that, we could,
That's what they-
you have
that's what
to,
they
you
show.
have to build holding ponds. Where we put this, you have to have two pipes. One to pump out into a pond, and the second one is to return water, filtered water back to the body that it came from. So whatever it is, you're gonna take two.
Could I offer a suggestion to the committee? That you let us compile all of this into a single packet that you could review over the weekend. Perhaps we can meet the first half of next week to make a decision.
Yeah.
Because I think there's a lot of moving parts. So some-
Oh, sure.
Are we doing it now?
need to look at those proposals.
there's also weather issues.
Exactly.
And all that. Are really screwing things up, so.
So I can put that together yet tonight and get it out via email to everybody.
There might be if we're really dead set on doing this yet this spring, the lowest dredging bid or pumping bid may be a viable option.
The council meetings
And how they do it is up to them, they put it in the bid.
this month is on Wednesday, so the committee could meet theoretically again Wednesday on its normal meeting date if it did want to flush out a recommendation. Because the council would have to approve a loan to the project to make it happen, so. So if we miss this meeting. you're looking at a special meeting.
Yeah, I agree with that. It gives us a chance to read through all these
Correct.
proposals at least. And see what's going on. There could be hidden things in there that we're not seeing. You know,
Pretty dense.
there's a lot of information
We
there.
also want to make sure they're complying with whatever Eagle wants to.
Well, yeah, and I believe that was in our RFP, you know, as part, as our permits were included in that, so they should have been able to review what was going on.
Have you opened all the bids?
That was it.
And if,
Is that what I said?
for instance, if Savin were,
Yeah.
let's say it is hydraulic, the bay has to be closed off. You have to have a turbidity curtain. And,
So that's non-use.
and so that bay's off until we're done. Plus, it makes me wonder, how do we go after the boat launch?
Do that after.
We have to do that at the next drawdown as an extension or a continuation of a hydraulic dredge.
And if you suck up around the darn thing, they may settle some on their own, just putting boats in back and forth.
Possibility.
So Malley Construction was Red Low,
Well, can you,
Yes,
somebody wrote them down, so.
yeah, I do.
Go through, them, somebody, what they are.
McGurk Sand and Gravel, $398,810. Isabella Corp., $475,000 even. Malley Construction, $204,444. Hard Creek Incorporated, $215,000 even. Michael's Construction Company, $775,000 even. Savin Lake Services, $252,500.
What that is equivalent to, McGurk's is $44 a cubic yard. Isabella Corp. is 52, Valley's 22, Hard Creek's 23, Michael's is 86, and Savin was 28.
Okay. Yes, Tim, that'd be nice if you would do that.
To make conversation a lot.
Yeah. Will we do that?
Well, you did say we don't care how you do it, so
Thanks for
you
coming.
get in the guidelines and get her done.
Permit, you need to ask.
That's correct. I mean, so that's been a lot.
Yeah, if I wanted. to-
Yeah.
Yeah, that one.
Yes, definitely. There's some notes in there you'll want to.
Bye, ladies, thank you.
I've been really calling it, well, the bid was to haul it to this property too, so they're gonna de-water over here and then haul it over there.
Well, one of them. Remember which one shows.
Yep.
Pipe coming out of underneath the road, it's over and going up, so that's obviously how they did it,
Yeah.
on first glance. That's what he did.
Well, that was the river itself, but that's, Riviera.
Yeah, no, that wasn't. That was Orch.
Boy, you, okay,
In the pictures he just
The 60 that I saw in their bid. That
So
was
they
it.
didn't show two pipes? No, that was.
Yeah, they did. They showed a yellow one and then a green one that just came down to the road. Would be the culvert.
Return water or something.
Return one is called.
You don't have to go all the way. You don't
Right.
have to, as long as the water's going the right spot.
You guys know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they pumped out of Shamrock Lake to the airport, and then just pump it across the road at the airport, back into the river.
Yeah.
That's
Then I
very
put it back in Shamrock Lake. Now, are they talking about building everything?
Well, but on the other side, it's going out over by the airport and it's leaving.
That's the stuff we don't know.
And they're using these guys. 2 or 3 pipes each way.
And the other thing I think
12
would
inches.
make sense to consider this weekend as well as what was gonna be the next item of how would you like us to approach Beitler about that field? Is it to potentially buy some of it? Is it to use as a disposal site? So,
That's the agenda item, right?
yeah, and then, but I think that is conditioned also upon what you do with the bids too. Is that gonna impact price? Is that more favorable? Is it necessary to, find a closer spot for some of these guys? So.
Gavin looks like they've accounted for a holding cell, to pump it to. And then they got a green pipe coming back to the, under the road.
So theirs is contingent upon having someplace
Across the road.
across the road.
Right, I'm sorry.
That would we necessarily may not have.
Right.
Correct, which is part of the 215. So they didn't have to go there.
And this way, I think everybody should also have a chance to look through all the proposals, all the notes that the bidders might have put on there, like,
Right.
these are contingencies, those type of things, so I mean.
Okay, well, Tim and I have talked a little bit about having disposal property. And if we could approach or at least come to some consensus about the Beitler property. Perhaps we can, several ideas, rent it or lease it for this project and pay him X amount of money for every cubic yard. Another thing that we talked about was purchasing the property. Cause then we could use it for just about everything on this side of the lake, on that side, except Riviera, which would make it nice. With restrictions on deed restrictions and stuff.
Where's the
Beitler project is just right here, 20 acres
Your agenda has this, John.
north of the,
John, last page of your packet.
Yeah,
Yeah.
shows you the picture on the last page.
If you're going, John, you've been back to the campground, if you go in the entrance, the drive, and you're headed west, it's a property right on the other side of the fence,
Got it,
straight back there.
got it.
Is he, mentioned that he might sell it?
We've not had any communication since that initial one, partially because I didn't know what direction we wanted us to take. He is open to talking.
Yeah, I think we definitely gotta push the button and see what he says. I mean, whether he would take the spoils or, you know, would sell that chunk that you have highlighted.
Gives us a good option that's close for this stuff on the north side of the lake.
Cause then, you know, if he's open to purchasing it too, you could send a rebid out for, you know, someone like Mally's and, I mean, you might save $50,000 in just the hauling, instead of hauling it over here to Baseline Road, you might save 50 grand and we might spend 80 on the property, so you're really only paying 30,000 for it. You know, it might be a pretty good deal.
He's talking about buying a whole chunk or just the west or
28.
east half of it or?
There's a 20 off there that he has circled.
Well, right now it's all one parcel, you have to do a
Right.
split, but that 20-acre area to me makes the most sense because it's, you know, you have access.
A lot less than that. You're gonna buy it off.
And use it for future. I mean, in 50 years, the lake's still gonna need the spot to put spoils.
Or maybe another subdivision less than large.
But like, another thing, like, if he'd be interested in just letting us dump, because there's a hole kind of in the property, if he was interested in letting us just level it off with our spoils, you know, say it was one of those things where we save 50,000 in hauling and we give him 25, we still come out 25,000 ahead. So it,
Yeah.
you know, it works out for everybody.
Is that kind of leeway on that parcel? Is there a hollow in it?
I haven't like really
No,
checked
it's
it out.
flat,
It's
it's flat, it actually kind of
There's a
tips
valley.
towards the campground. It's high at the west side and probably about 4 feet lower behind the campground.
Well, yeah, and we can always, if we got that 20 acres, you could always build the settling pond. just
Oh, sure.
with a
Yeah.
dozer and-
Or a berm, build a berm across there.
Yeah.
Something. What, looking at that, if you take that parcel, that would actually, and we slate it for all the spoils from the west side of the lake. That will reduce our costs on every one of the jobs on the west side of the lake. In
Yeah,
transportation.
Not just one job.
Yeah.
It'd be there for us.
So when you're saying save $50,000, I'll shave it off this one bed,
Might be.
it may be 175 off all of them. So it will well pay for itself. If we took ownership.
Potentially, depending on spending what he wants, you know.
Sure, but you know, the high
We
end,
need to look at if another contractor doesn't need that piece of property. And his price includes making it all go away and we don't have to do anything, we have to consider that.
And that's why I think, you know, look at everything over the weekend and with this discussion in mind, is this gonna be something we need to do for this project?
but you don't want, also, what you were saying, Todd, I understand, but if a contractor is able to just make it go away, and that same contractor doesn't get the second bid for the west side, we still
Then
have
we
that
don't have
option,
that,
and we get
right,
to.
they don't have
price
that
it.
option, correct. In the future. for other bids. Yes. Then we'll just have to hire the same guy over and over, I guess.
Well, we'll just make it go away.
Yeah. My computer was dead, but I think these numbers are kind of in line with what we were figuring, isn't them?
I think we're a little on the high side.
We're a little-
I thought we were
$5
estimating like
high.
250.
And when we started, we were, you know, I think the number was like $15 a yard, it's not gonna be $15 a yard. you know.
No, that's for the big project.
I was banking somewhere between 20 and 25, I was thinking, so,
And that's where the group at the bottom is.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about.
Oh, okay. Well, Hard Creek and Valley,
Well, aren't they the ones buying the Santa? They might wanna just dump it there anyway, 'cause it's cheap. for them.
yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, they're buying the pit, they might just take it all there.
That's what I'm saying, and then we don't have to.
Yeah.
I got you.
let's let it do it this spring yet, we may end up pumping, which would put salmon in the run.
Right, I mean, that's a question to ask, you know, when they would be able to even.
That was in the request and the proposal was to give us a timeline.
Okay.
That's why I want you guys to look at it over the weekend.
Right.
That's the other thing, when you say timelines, we gotta go over this, because these prices only may be good for 90 days, and if we have to wait till fall to do it, it may be a different ballgame.
Correct. That was also requested in the RFP. If you're going to propose an alternative timeline, what is the alternative pricing?
Maybe we'll go over the weekend, Tim, and learn all this.
It's hot.
Wow.
He's only been.
And then maybe we would actually learn it.
But not really gonna take credit.
I am Captain Obvious.
So I think the group will then go ahead and contact them. And see what we can do, like Brent said,
Well, it's gotta
put the
be,
button on it and find out where it goes.
it's gotta be reasonable.
Yeah,
Well,
We
yeah,
don't know
but you
what
gotta
reasonable
put,
is
you gotta
yet.
put feelers out there.
But you don't know anything until you try.
big deal.
Okay,
Now,
obviously no
just
public comment.
to throw the other, just to throw the other shoe on the ground, after we get done with all this, and it gets all cleaned up. Is it applicable or possible, like, that could be another subdivision back there with an egress ingress, and the guy may not like that? So you'd have to buy it with his criteria on what it would end up being in the long run.
Well, right now it's landlocked.
I got that,
So
but if you put a subdivision, you may not like it.
It's not landlocked on this side.
You don't have to tell me what you're gonna do with it. You just buy it.
He may very well have-
We'll let him come up with that.
He's very, very-
Maybe he don't even ask.
Yeah.
Okay, but.
Worry about something.
Okay, that's his lookout.
That's right.
Realize-
And don't plant seeds.
Because we haven't read it yet.
We're gonna read it on the weekend.
I guess so.
Does everybody?
What you doing this weekend?
Oh, no.
No, I don't even have stuff.
See.
Make us laugh.
You're gonna make everybody a copy.
I'm gonna make PDF and email it to everybody.
There you go.
Okay, if you guys see that way, I'll house back there.
Otherwise, I'm gonna be here till 9 o'clock making copies.
Yeah.
There's nothing better than.
And I got council packets I gotta get out that day too. This needs to be done with.
Okay. Digital committee discussion.
I think we had it.
I think we're having it.
Next Wednesday, well, setting the time for the next meeting, I guess, too. I guess I included both of them.
Is that what we're gonna do next Wednesday?
Yeah, we'll put that in American,
4 o'clock next Wednesday.
which is.
21st. Right?
It is.
It is.
We have to do some dancing around for the money thing, right, Tim? With the council. Okay. Anything for or the order? Anything? All right, and adjourned.
I think